Hey guys, in this video we're gonna learn how to make islands go inside of glasses or jars, whatever you want to call it. So let's get right into it. So to start off, we're going to get our water, and we're just gonna click and drag and make it a little bit smaller. It's really big, so I'm going to need to zoom out to make it smaller. Whoops. And then make it as small as you can, but make it so it's still a little bit bigger than the jar. And so just to know that you're doing that, turn down the opacity. I'm gonna hold Alt. Make sure it's a little bit bigger than the jar. And I'm just gonna put it down here. Because we want as much as those bubbles and as much as those particle feeling, like, so it feels like that is scaled correctly. So now we're gonna give it a layer mask, and then we've done in previous videos, use our masking technique to it's kind of like the eraser, just it's better than using the eraser tool. I'm just gonna do like really dirty for right now, and then I'm going to press X so then I can bring it back, because then that changes my foreground color. It has to be on black if you want to get rid of anything, and it has to be on white if you want to bring them back. So I'm just going to try to make it as clean as you can. Make sure there's like a little bit of like shine coming from one side, so it looks a little realistic. So now I'm just gonna turn the opacity back to 100, and then we're gonna grab our island, bring it in. Actually, no, we're not gonna grab our island yet. We're going to make it so it only selects our island and the water. We only want those two. We don't want the sky. Sometimes select subject works. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, this time it worked a little. It just selected the island. So now I'm going to grab my quick selection tool, and I'm just going to select the sea. And that's looking nice. So now I'm going to click and drag it to here. Oh god, that's big. We're just gonna make it smaller. We're gonna make it like before, as small as we can, but it's still, even if it's like barely bigger, we need only the water to be bigger, but we need the whole island inside of the picture. I'm just gonna fast forward from here and just get it to fit. And then, like before, we're gonna use our masking technique. And then we're going to insert our sky. So, I'll fast forward from here. So this is where we run into some trouble, because we don't want the top of this portion of the water. So what we're gonna do is we're going to kind of like crop this in a way. So we're just gonna make this smaller. So to do that, I am going to hold shift and then kind of like actually hold control and then just kind of like smush it, not a bunch, so it fits under there pretty well. And it doesn't matter if it's not completely, because the sky is going to be covering it, most likely. I'm just gonna try to get it to fit there. I'm gonna put my thing above it. And now we're just gonna color match this one to this. So we're gonna go to the adjustments panel, hue and saturation, and then make it so it's literally that color. I'm gonna colorize and turn the saturation to a lot. And then I'm just gonna try to make it look as close to that color as I can. And then you can also see that the darks are really dark in this, and the whites are really white. So I'm going to go to my levels, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, putting it down to this, and then make our darks as dark as they can be, and our lights light. And then there is our trying to match. Doesn't matter if it doesn't completely, because you can kind of blend them together using our masking technique that we learned before. And we're gonna do it from here. Just kind of do something like that. There you go. So that's how to make it look more matched. So now we're gonna add our sky. So, I'm gonna bring it in and then we'll work it. So, we're going to, file, place our sky. And we're gonna put it behind our island, but in front of our water. And we're just gonna make it as big as we can. Actually, I'm going to crop this image before we put it in. Go in a file, open, not place. I'm just gonna file open it, crop the image so the water isn't there. And then also when you crop it, it gets a little bit bigger than when you put it in. If it starts to get too blurry for you, just get a new sky image. That's what I'm gonna do. It's starting to get a little blurry, so now I'm gonna grab my sky image, my new one. I'm gonna open it. This one's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than the one from before. If we bring it in, it should be bigger and it should size correctly. A little bit better, not like 100%, but like still better. And even if it still looks horrible, this image, like the full image, it's huge. You go to image size. Oh, I'm selecting the wrong thing. So image image size, and that's pretty big. If they're linked, just turn it down a bit. I'm gonna turn it down to 800. I'm gonna press OK, so it's a little bit smaller. Because 12,000 by 12,000 is a lot. Now, like before, I'm going to turn off both of these layers, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to mask the other one. And then I'm just gonna mask it. I can bring it back now. Then I'm gonna bring back all of these. And now I'm going to merge this. I'm not gonna merge them. I'm going to turn down the opacity for these for a little bit. So like the actual jar kind of, it's still it's poking out-ish, like the labels. A piece of paper in my room screeching something because I'm a fan. Sorry. So now I'm gonna grab this one, turn it down a bit, grab this one, turn it down a bit. So there is our island in a jar, if you want to call it that. It's a little less islandy. It's not the best, of course, but it's okay. If you look close enough, it starts to look really bad. It's mostly because of this part. So if it looks that bad for you, just mask it out. Mask out the parts that you don't want. You could have done that from the start. I just felt like if you didn't need to, it would be fine. I'm going to smooth this out, make it look better. And you can leave. This is basically the end of the video. I'm just going to make it look as good as I can. So, that's how you put a jar, don't know how to describe it. An island into a jar. To top it off, just real quick, turn down your opacity, and then go over the sky area so you can get the jar thing, and then like make sure you turn your opacity down pretty low, but make sure you still see that. Then you can turn your opacity back up and then just add the parts back that didn't need to go. Like I'm gonna turn mine down a little bit. I'm just gonna make it smaller, and I'm gonna go over the same area. So there. That's how you make an island inside of a jar. This was basically just teaching you how to mask images, but in a more fun way than just masking, I guess. I'm going to add stuff back right now because it's not looking the best. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.